Hey, do you remember the time when every Indian movie reviewer, audience, and media houses were all collectively talking about the number of cinematic universes forming in India? It was the year 2023 when YRF Studios came up with Pathan, Bhedia and Vikram had released a year before, and there were speculations of Salar being a part of Prashant Neel universe. क्या दिन थे वो? Cut to 2025. We know one universe is progressing at somewhat considerable pace, one failing evidently, and one which has not seen the face of progress since 2022, and one was just a whole bag of false rumors. I hate social media. So, starting with Prashant Neel's KGF universe, although it was never confirmed by the director or actors themselves, because of the same location used for the filming of movie Salar and KGF, it was speculated that both the movies shared the same universe, which they did not. The speculations of the shared universe were squashed immediately after the release of Salar. It was heartbreaking, but the movie did well, so it's fine, I guess. Anyways, moving on to Madog Horror Comedy Universe. It's the only successful and progressing universe at the moment in India. It started with Stree, which was never planned to share a universe, but with Bhedia, the universe was established when the character Jana, played by Abhishek Banerjee, played a key role in both the movies. With the post-credit scene of Munjia, which was released last year, the movie was connected to the universe and added more characters to it. Last year's 3-2 that went on to collect a box office revenue of about 880 crores boosted the momentum of the universe. This year, with their Diwali release Thama, the teaser of the movie looks good and has me rooting for its success. We can talk more on this as more material from the movie is released in the future. For me, if you ask, this universe has the light-hearted go-for-it vibe that it carries. Stree being the most funniest in the universe, Bhedia wasn't half bad. Mainly what I feel is, the success of the universe is because of its dependency on the stories, and also the horror comedy genre really resonates with the audience. I mean, the story that they told with Stree was not just good, with a hint of horror and lots of comedy. It really had an appeal to it. People liked to see something new that Stree brought in with it. Bhedia I feel was a decent movie, which did really good with comedy, and the CGI of Bhedia I feel didn't look dangerous enough, which I hope they'll power up in the future. Munjia came up as a surprise, with people laughing their hearts out in the theatre. The CGI character of Munjia, presented with a hint of notoriousness and comedy, was impressive enough along with the story. Then came the highest grosser of the universe 3-2. Living up to the heights of expectations set by Stree and Munjia, the movie really did well, with a decent storyline and fairly good comedy. Although you feel the danger and seriousness of the situation with the appearance of Sarkata, one can always find the comedy lurking somewhere around in the movie. So in my views, Madog's horror comedy universe is a fairly decent, well-planned, successful universe. Moving to the Lokesh Kanagaraj universe, honestly I have high hopes with the universe ever since I saw Vikram. I mean, who did not? Starting with the mind-blowing of a movie that Kathy was, it's an action thriller with a mind-blowing storyline, which is arguably the best in the universe. Follows the story of a father who wants to meet his daughter for the first time, gets dragged in a conflict between the policemen and a group of drug-dealing criminals. The movie is packed with action, emotion, and very well-written story sequences. Trust me as I say this, the last scene when Dilli, the lead character of the movie, meets his daughter and asks, "What should I say?" Trust me, aansu aa gaye the. Next with Vikram, Lokesh Kanagaraj really had a masterpiece of a story to tell everyone. The movie did very well commercially and critically as the character of Vikram played by Sir Kamal Hassan, which was really well written. The movie integrates characters from the past movies efficiently, showing the brilliance of Lokesh Kanagaraj as a writer and setting really high hopes for the universe as it brought in big names from the South film industry. Then came movie Leo starring Vijay Thalapathy, following a decent storyline that did not really took the story of the universe as a whole forward, but was more like a spin-off of the character Leo. The movie only had one character from Kathy and a post-credit scene that connected it to the universe. Then came the movie Coolie that was expected to draw connections from LCU, which it did not. With future projects like Benz and Kathy 2 announced, the universe might still have a chance before it's forgotten. I mean, Vikram was way back in 2022, so the universe really needs a comeback. Next, coming to the YRF's Spy universe, Ek Tha Tiger, Tiger Zinda Hai and War were all standalone franchises, only to be brought into a shared universe in Pathan in 2023. The movies of Salman Khan franchise were both decent. First movie being an action romance, the story focused more on emotions of the character, forming a decent storyline. Tiger Zinda Hai focused more on action and was a great watch. Then in 2019, released movie War, starring Hrithik Roshan and Tiger Shroff, which was my favorite in the universe by the way. Gained success both commercially and critically by the audience. It also went on to become Hrithik Roshan's highest grosser. Then in 2023, released Pathaan. Cashing in on the hype of Shah Rukh Khan's comeback movie, it went on to become the highest grosser for the spy universe. Although it had a very decently written storyline backing it and not so good VFX holding it together, it still managed to get commercial success. But this is where the problem started. Like blood on a tiger's teeth, YRF Studios decoded Pathaan as the formula to box office success. Following the steps of Pathaan, they used it as a template that had a mild bit of patriotism, a small love story, and loads of action with bad to average quality of VFX. Although Tiger 3 tried to be a little different with a pro-Pakistan storyline and a release date clashing with the World Cup for some reason, it still felt like just an extension of Pathaan with a different story. However, the movie went on to become an average hit, teasing an ambitious future with a post-credit scene of Hrithik Roshan that looked impressive at the time. However, the movie released recently, War 2, was nothing like War. The storyline was, well, mid, action and VFX was poor. Also, unlike War, the music was bad. What I feel with the spy universe is, it highly depends on the actor's star power. And with its objective to make a universe, it somehow forgets to create a good individual storyline for the movies. And I get what the motto behind all this is. They are attempting to recreate the success of Pathaan. I mean, who would not? When that amount of money is at stake, everyone might want to do the same. But what they need to understand is, after pandemic, there is a growth and evolution in preference of the regular movie-going audience. One cannot simply keep making the movie with the same concept and storyline and expect the audience to like it every single time. All this is somewhat ridiculous, how a universe that's trying to make movies on the same template is criticized, while another, a universe that people are begging to make a movie similar to Vikram, and somehow both are not considerate of their audiences. Then we have the cop universe. Well, with 5 movies under the banner, Singham stands out as the OG, Singham Returns and Simba comes out as the average to decent movie of the universe, while both Suryavanshi and Singham again were just commercial mass movies. With new characters introduced in their last project, the director seems to have the universe planned out, but with no formal announcements made, the universe seems directionless at the moment. Then we are left with the Ajay Devgan's horror universe that really surprised me with their first project, Shaitan. Ma for me falls under the decent to better than average movie category. With Shaitan to announce, this universe seems to be very stable at the moment. Finally, the Prashant Verma's superhero universe that really seems to be on the good track with their only project released last year, Hanuman, which was a massive hit given the budget allotted to the movie. Overall, the movie has me really hoping for its future. So that was all for the video guys. Do share your opinions in the comment section, and if you like the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and kindly press the subscribe button so you can help me shoot more interesting content your way.